Logically, I'm the one, not the 2, 3. Mine's so good, I be moving stress-free. Every time I drop, you won't have a think piece. Never forcing no vibe, I'm just doing me. They be like, where you from? The Bury. Got my own sauce, in control of my story. Walk through like a boss, I ain't worried. Haitian girl, name Neff. What a dream. It's your girl Neff from the bar, and we back with another episode of Logical Minds. We on episode 73. OMG. Period. How you guys been? I've been cool and chilling, vibing. We are now on the third eye chakra. I am healing my third eye chakra part 1, and we're gonna get right into the episode. It's been a lot going on in the outside world that I really want to talk about, but I'm trying to keep it centered and focused on myself so that I can, keep it going on the themes of my chakras. And then when I get done with this is when I'll be able to talk about the outside world, because there's a lot to talk about. There's a lot to be said, honestly speaking. So yeah. Alright, so for the third eye chakra, it is all about intuition, divine wisdom. It manages how you see the world, both physically with your eyes as well as how you interpret the world with your eyes closed. Improving this chakra improves your concentration, your imagination, and your ability to connect with the world around you. Question number 1. When have you been able to easily visualize a solution to a problem recently? I'm not going to say problem, but it's going to be one of my friend's birthday on a day that I have class, and I have to do my work early before then so that I can be assured that when I do spend the day with her that I have my schoolwork already done and completed for that week, so that I don't have to stress about it and I don't have to worry about it. So I visualize me getting my work done early. Question number 2. What activities could you do to improve how you connect with yourself? Activities that I could do would be doing music more. I have not been doing music for the past couple weeks just because I've been in a state of mind of doing music videos, but I haven't gotten around to the music videos I have not gotten around to the music videos, but I definitely want to start making music. But right now I'm like in a writer's block right now. I've been listening to beats, but nothing is coming to me right now, and I just feel like it's really because I just want to drop like my first mixtape. I just want to drop it and see what the audience says about it, because I feel like it's really good music. All right, question number 3. What happened the last time you felt your intuition really paid off? I feel like I'm going to say my intuition about playing lacrosse in high school by the time my senior year came. Had to just turn on the fan right quick. But yeah, by the time my senior year came, I knew that I was able and capable of playing offense, because I had only been playing defense for 3 years. So my 4th year coming into this and not playing offense, I just knew that I was ready to play offense, and I was ready to score, and I was ready to take over. And I did exactly that. And my intuition led me to winning draws, to being able to go head up with the goalie and be able to score and be able to catch balls and get ground balls and be able to defend and just work the game how I see fit and how I know for myself, if that makes sense. So my intuition really led me to being a really determined midfielder, if that makes sense, because I was just only playing defense, and being a midfielder is responsible for playing the whole field. Honestly speaking, you got to play the offense and you got to play the defense. So yeah. Question number 4. When was the last time you felt disconnected from others at school or work? The last time I felt disconnected was when I was in SU. I felt very disconnected. I wasn't trying to get to know the students. I wasn't trying to do any extracurricular activities. The only time I did was when it was in the second semester, and I tried to do lacrosse. I was doing what's it called? it's not playing on the actual team, but it's like club. There we go, club lacrosse. I was playing club lacrosse, and yeah, I feel like I felt very disconnected because I feel like that school wasn't for me, and it wasn't what I thought it was gonna be for myself. So I just knew that I felt disconnected, and I'd be feeling disconnected at work because it just be like Haitians really just be trying to make it seem like I'm not Haitian or whatever. That's just be the main thing, and I just be so over it where I don't even have no comebacks anymore. Like I have nothing to say. Like you can't get me to argue. You can't get me to argue about that anymore because I know who I am and I don't care how you feel. I don't give a fuck about your validation. Like I can't sit here and make myself upset just because you're upset over something that is simple in my opinion, but in yours you feel like it's this complicated thing that needs to be spoken on damn near every time you see me, and it's just ridiculous, but it is what it is. Question number 5. What are we wait what are you doing when you feel the most connected to yourself? I feel like I am having a good time with my friends, having good conversations. I feel like making music, I'm very connected to myself. I just feel like making music is such a eye opener as far as getting to know who I am vocally and like mentally and spiritually, because like you're vibing to the music and you're creating lyrics and you're just trying to get it to be perfect. Like you're trying to seek that part of your voice that sounds the best and the most consistent, if that makes sense, with the music. Question number 6. What were you thinking about the last time your imagination ran wild? I was thinking about okay, so this happened during my episodes. I was thinking about a lot. I was thinking about being sent a private jet. I was thinking about literally my whole setup being upgraded and just being in a better position mentally as far as the episodes that I'm going to be producing. And I just thought about just being put up, like, you know what I mean? Just having that type of security that I needed in my bank account and in my mental, in my physical, in my spiritual, just that overallness. And that's really where my imagination was running wild for real, until I started thinking about the negative stuff, and then the negative stuff just led me down a deep hole. But positively, I was doing a lot of manifestations, if that makes sense. Question number 7. When was the last time a friend trusted you to offer some insight into one of his or her struggles? The last time I would have to say would be about doing content. I feel like when it comes to doing content, it's a mental thing. Like it's up to you. It's if you want to join that side of people, because people who do content creations and people who don't do content creation, it's a difference, because you got people on social media doing their thing, doing their big ones, and then you got people outside of social media still doing their thing, still doing their big ones. It's just determined on which side of the coin you want to be on. I just kind of said, like, don't force it. Don't make it seem like this, because we're in this generation of content creators where we've always, well, not always, but like I feel like me growing up, we've always had content creators that I looked up to. But now, like the type of content creators that we have now, especially including me, we're just different, if that makes sense. And that's a good thing, because we don't want to mimic or remimic what's already been done. It's all about showing up as your true authentic self and putting that good foot forward and seeing what you can give out to the people and things of that nature. And yeah, I feel like you shouldn't feel forced to be a content creator. And if you want to be a content creator, I say do it. If you see me dropping my episodes every week, I'm doing it. You can do it. Anybody can do it. Like, I would not sit here and tell somebody no, they can't do something. Nah, if you want to put your mind to it and have that plan, execute that shit. Like, what? Don't let nobody stop you from achieving what you want in your life. And if you want to be a content creator, go ahead and do that shit, because there's so many different programs out there that can teach you how to be a content creator. There's so many different packages that you can get to get mics and lights and cameras. Like, you just got to do your research, and you just got to do the best that you can, if that makes sense. Question number 8. What was a recent imaginative dream of yours about? I had a dream about I had a dream about meeting Megan Thee Stallion at a mall, and we had fun, and we had like drinks and ice cream, and we bought hats, and we were just having a good time being girls. It seemed like a genuine moment to meet somebody and to just have a good time. Like, that was my dream. I don't know why that was my dream, but that was my dream. And it was such an amazing dream. It felt so real. It was like, oh my God, I met somebody that I look up to, who I admire creatively. And as a Black woman, like, she's a powerful Black woman. And that's somebody who I would like to meet one day. And having that dream was actually really dope. Question number 9. What was distracting you the last time you had a hard time concentrating, and how did you get over it? The last time was during my episode. I was not concentrating on myself and my environment as far as being present and where I was at. I feel like when it comes down to it, what was the second question? Second parter? How did I get over it? I'm still learning to get over it, but I'm learning to get over it by having something to do every day and just allowing myself to think about the good moments in life. Think about the W's, the positive moments, so that I can just keep going. Like, I'm doing good in school, so I can just focus on that, focus on what I'm achieving and what I'm trying to achieve and things of that nature. Question number 10. Besides your home, where else do you feel at home? In my car. In my car, Shadow. Her name's Shadow. I feel at home in my car. It's my space. It's my sanctuary. I do so much in there. Talk to myself in there. Listen to good music in there. I listen to my own music in there. I just zen in there, and I just am mentally sane in my car, if that makes sense. I just feel very safe in my car. All right. Now let's get to the book part. The third eye chakra, the sixth chakra, the third eye chakra is associated with our sixth sense. It is the center of our wisdom, spiritual insight, and intuition. When the third eye chakra is out of harmony, we focus only on our intellect and reject all spiritual aspects of ourselves. We do not trust our intuition, are able to see the physical reality in life, and carry a lot of fear in regard to our inner wisdom. When the third eye chakra is in harmony, we invite our intuition and awareness into everyday aspects of life. We trust our inner wisdom and vision and act upon our intuition tells us, which makes it stronger. We have a deep knowing beyond what we can physically see, and even in our touch of our clairvoyance, the gift of taking in intuitive information through sight and vision. And the other names is the sixth chakra, brow chakra, forehead chakra. Located between the eyebrows, the color is indigo, and the element is light. The affirmation is, I see. And the physical body parts is the brain, nervous system, eyes, ears, nose. Life lesson: to use insight and intuition to see past the physical dysfunctions are brain tumor, stroke, neurological disturbances, blindness, deafness, full spinal difficulties, learning disabilities, seizures, headaches, blurred vision. Mental and emotional issues self-evaluation, truth, intellectual abilities, feelings of inadequacy, openness to the ideas of others, ability to learn from experience, emotional intelligence. Possible causes of energy blocks: a lack of trust in one's intuition. And then it talks about the crystals and the essential oils. All right, so let's get into the shadow part. Yeah, that was a really good reading. When it comes to third eye, I think I like at first I was scared because I didn't realize like what it was about and how to go about it and things of that nature. But learning about the chakras and knowing that it's just a pillar as far as where things are and how to go about it, and yeah. All right. For the shadow work prompt is the whisper you tried to stop. Oh, I'm lying. We did that already. Or did we? Yeah, we definitely did do that. Yeah. So yeah. For this week's shadow, the desire you were taught to fear. Shadow work journal. Prepare your space. This is not a journaling session. This is a summoning. All right. You were not born ashamed of waiting. Oh, you were not born ashamed of wanting. That came later, through shame, through religion, through control, through disappointment. There was a time you wanted with your whole body. Let's remember that time now. What desire once lived loudly in me before I was told it was wrong, unrealistic, and dangerous? Well, obviously wanting to do social media and being a YouTuber, podcaster, musician, and like an artist, like I thought it was wrong, unrealistic, and dangerous because I'm a woman and I really want to use my talents and my abilities to push me forward in life and not have to be in a situation where I'm being forced to do things just because I'm a girl and just because I'm black too. Like, and it's just like I didn't want any of that. So that's why it took me so long to really like start taking this content creation seriously and do it every week and actually put in that work and put in that time. How did others react to my wanting, my excitement, my hunger, my pleasure? Well, I already said that when it came down to my mother, she did not appreciate or nor did she support my ideas as far as being a content creator. But as far as my peers around me, they definitely did support, but then I had some that weren't supportive. So it's like a give and take, you know. I had people who are supportive and then I had people who weren't. So I had to experience both ends of that coin. When did I first decide it was safer not to want at all? When I was younger, realizing that when I wanted to be, because I said I wanted to be an actress when I was younger, and that was something that was shamed upon a lot in the household. So when it came down to thinking about career, I never chose a career that was in the creative realm just because of how my parents would respond and how they would go about it. It would just be negative. It wouldn't be a space of at least talking. You know what I mean? Like, I understand if you're like, nah, I'm not gonna have no kids doing that, da, da, da. Cool, but like, you don't even want to have a real life conversation. Like, sit down and really learn and really get an understanding as to why I even suggested that in the first place. Like, you know what I mean? What have I labeled as too much when it was simply real?
just being able to speak my truth, being able to say no, being able to say when I don't want to do something, when I don't feel like doing something, when I feel like this situation right here is wrong, it is not the proper time for something. Like, just to be able to display that out loud, it's like it's always been too much, but I'm just simply being a real ass bitch, like on some real shit. Desire doesn't disappear when it's rejected, it just goes underground. It becomes an obsession, overworking, approval seeking, self abandonment. It becomes the thing we chase, the thing we punish ourselves for chasing. How do I disguise my desires now so I won't be judged for having them? I don't disguise my desires now. I let my desires open and free, and I allow myself to give myself what I want and baby myself. Like, I've been babying myself, and I feel like I've been just doing the things that I know that make sense to me, and I feel like it's been helping out in my favor, in my mental health, in my spiritual health, and just my overall being. Where do I perform satisfaction instead of embodying fulfillment? I don't even know, for real. That's a deep question. I don't know. Honestly speaking, yeah. Who benefits when I pretend not to want? Those who don't know how to read me, if that makes sense. Like, people who just assume that I'm just okay and just good all the time, and just think I'm supposed to just consistently bring the good vibes, consistently bring everything, and them just munch off my energy, because that right there is a clear indicator that they are not my people. What part of me has learned to feel safer staying unfulfilled? I would have to say the part of me that learned to feel safer would be the version of me that just chose to not go for what she wanted, that chose to go for what everybody else wanted, so that it wouldn't be looked at as something that I'm trying to be combative or be difficult, or, you know what I mean, just the overall thing that kids get on. Like, when you're a kid and you have a different vision than your parents, or a different vision than other people, it's like you're not allowed to do that. You're supposed to fit into this box that, is thrown at you. And I never thought I was gonna stay in that box, if that makes sense. But let yourself be brutally honest. This is where freedom begins. Truth desire is not craving, it is a calling. It is not take from you, it awakens you. It is not wild because it's dangerous, it's wild because it's alive. All right. Let the answers come through writing, imagine, sound, or sensation. Do not explain them, do not argue, just let them speak. You are not my enemy. You are not my punishment. You are my teacher. I do not fear you anymore. I choose to move towards what moves me. I am safe to want. My desires are not too loud, too wild, or too much. They are sacred signals, not flaws. They do not make me greedy. They make me whole. I no longer punish myself for longing. I no longer apologize for needing more. I no longer shame the fire that still burns in me. I am allowed to change. I am allowed to reach. I am allowed to move towards what moves me. What I want is not a distraction, it is a divine direction. And I am worthy of following it. All right. That is the end of the shadow work. That was beautiful. That was really beautiful. Now we're back to the questions. Question number 11. When was the last time you had a promotion, and what was it about? I never really had a promotion, if I'm being completely honest. I wish I did, but I be putting in work and shit. I be doing the best that I can. But promotion is that's not something that's really been handed to me. Question number 12. What character in a book, TV show, or movie do you feel the most connected to and why? Oh my gosh. So I was just talking about this. I was saying Arrow with Oliver Queen, with how he is dealing with, just in the beginning. I'll say in the beginning. He was really to himself and he dealt with a lot by himself, and he had to like dig himself out of a hole that wasn't his fault, that was placed upon him. It was so much things that was going on, and I just feel the same. Like I feel like when I'm in a dark hole, I feel like I'm by myself on an island, just trying to make a way out, honestly speaking. Like that's what it feels like to me when I'm in my dark hole. Yeah. Question number 13. What is something you did not care for initially but love to learn? Honestly speaking, I didn't care to do social media on some real shit. Like I wanted to do it, but I didn't care to do it. And now I love doing it, and I love posting, I love uploading, I love being able to provide content every week. And yeah, like I had to learn to love the production of it, the behind the scenes, how to upload and just make sure that the video is on point, and just making sure everything is going smoothly. Like I had to really learn how to love that. Yeah. Question number 14. What were you doing the last time you felt completely in the moment? I would have to say making music. I feel like I'm completely in the moment when I'm making music. I feel like I'm in that song, I'm in that beat, I'm in my lyrics, and I'm in my voice. I'm just in the overall production of it, and I just love it so much. Like I literally need to get back into the studio because I miss it so much. I really miss it. Question number 15. What do you see when you look into my eyes? So sorry. Again, this is for couples. We're going to skip that question. I guess what do you see when I look into my own eyes in the mirror? I see a broken girl. I'm not going to lie. I see a girl who's broken, who's using light as much as she can to heal herself and to bring the best version of herself out. Question number 16. When have you had to walk away from an unhealthy relationship, and how did you feel about it now? When I was 17, I had to walk away from a relationship that brought a lot of pain and agony and unnecessary drama and bullshit, and I don't regret that. I'm so happy that I had the courage to do that. And how do I feel about it now? I feel vindictive. I feel great. Actually, I feel very proud of my past version of myself, because what the fuck, I would never do that shit again. Question 17. What do you consider to be your biggest achievement? Creating this podcast, honestly speaking, like, and going to school, and just, I don't know, it's so much. Like, I'm gonna just say going to school and doing the podcast right now. Like, I think that's what's the better thing for me right now, because I feel very much successful as far as my schedule and how I'm doing things and how I'm going about it and things of that nature. Question 18. What do you typically think about when your mind wanders? I think about my future. I think about where I'm going to be living, how I'm going to be dressing, how I'm going to look when I'm always going to the gym, being able to learn how to finally cook and bake and be able to travel. Like, I am going to be so excited to just be able to just have travel and things of that nature and just be able to do the best that I can with that. Question 19, when was the last time you had a sixth sense about something? I'll say about me, before getting this podcast space, I had a sense that I was going to be here a lot. And I'm very grateful to be here, because this is my favorite spot to be, honestly speaking. Like, I just like being here. I just really appreciate it. I was going through it, and this was one of the main safe spaces that kept me sane, kept me whole, kept me going, honestly speaking. Question 20. When do you have a hard time focusing, and how can And how can we help you get over that? I don't feel like I have a hard time focusing now. I feel like because I'm older and I know whatever I'm focusing on, I just focus on and I just do the best that I can and keep it going, honestly speaking. Yeah, and just keep it going, honestly speaking. And where I'm at, that's just the end of it. Yeah, so this is the end of the episode. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for tuning in. Stay down until you come up and stay loving yourself and just keep going. Just don't let nobody tell you to stop. Like, I'm still going. This is episode 73. Y'all are gonna keep seeing me for the rest of the year. Y'all gonna keep seeing me for the years to come because I'm committed to this and I know that this is something that I was meant to do, and I appreciate myself for putting in the work to display that. Don't forget to check out my Instagrams, Twitters, and the TikToks. Don't forget to check out my LogicalMindz socials. And again, thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for tuning in. Peace, love, and positivity. LogicalMindz.